In this lecture, I want to bring to your attention that we have a bunch of standard built-in exception types that we can use in our C++ programs to make error come to the surface and possibly handle them. So far, we have seen that we can build our own custom exception classes and use them however we want. We can use polymorphism to really make that work really well. But it is advised to try and use the built-in standard exception classes as much as you can. The benefit is that your code is going to be easily understandable by other C++ developers, and we will be able to reuse the existing infrastructure in the C++ standard library. So that's going to save us a lot of effort in our C++ design. Here we have a logical grouping of some of the exception classes we have in C++. We have a bunch of logical error exceptions. For example, we have invalid argument, length error, out of range, and you can use them if they really make sense for the kind of application you are designing with C++. We have some runtime error exceptions. For example, we have an overflow error, we have an underflow error. If you have these kinds of things in your program, you can use these exceptions. And we have a bunch of others, and you can really see the full list from your favorite C++ standard library documentation. Here we are at cppreference.com, my favorite reference for C++, and we are at the std exception link. If you go down here, you're going to see that the exception class is going to provide a consistent interface to handle errors through the expression infrastructure that is built into the C++ standard library. And down here, we have a bunch of exception classes we can use. We have a bunch of logical error exceptions, and we can really use them to do all kinds of crazy things. We have runtime errors, and we can use them in our C++ programs. And we have a bunch of others that we can really use if it makes sense in our C++ programs. So what we are going to do in the next few lectures is show you how you can throw these kinds of exceptions, how you can catch them, and how you can really use them in your daily life as a C++ developer. So we are going to stop here in this lecture, and in the next one I am going to show you a simple example of how you can catch these standard exceptions. Go ahead and finish up here and meet me there.